Hey people, Indrid here, 53, Greysuck under City, blue team. Got some Ordo Malleus fellas, Eversor assassin number 2456, there's a lot of them apparently. This guy fights in melee combat, a melee brawler that explodes on death. Alongside, Red Crown 555 with a brother captain, a durable hero, walking through objects, cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and support, fighting in melee. Rounding off the team, DocOfAllPlagues with an Inquisitor, offensive hero with powerful control abilities, begins in melee but can get specialized ranged weapons. Red team kicking off with Gipoit as a Warboss, a melee hero walking through objects, very good offense, disruption and support from the front lines. Death Skull's elite scheme, I think this is called, I always forget. Alongside YZ as a Chaos Lord, a durable and destructive hero walking through objects that cannot be suppressed with powerful offense and disruption, fighting in melee. Just taking shots here from some Stormtrooper fellas. This is the World Eaters scheme. I don't think it's the elite scheme though. Rounding off the teams, JoshSkySter is a Ravener Alpha, a tunneling hero, great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support. Begins with a ranged weapon. Do not see a tunnel up yet, maybe it's been crushed already. This is the southwest corner against some guard kicking off in the mid, I see. Chaos Lord's taking a bunch of damage, but can't get a good kill the week against a single entity there. Brother Captain, have a go. They both have power weapons. The Brother Captain's is, I believe, slightly more DPS, 30 DPS compared to 26, I think. Double Stormtroopers, in fact, triple Inquisitorial Stormtroopers here, trying to avoid the melee of the Chaos Space Marines and the Heretics. Brother Captain still going after the Chaos Lord, popping We Are the Hammer, goes into the Heretics now. We Are the Hammer does give him some splash damage on those melee attacks. I believe it's 5 power melee splash, and that adds up. Okay, the Stormtroopers all run, but they all made it out okay-ish. Eversor Assassin, meanwhile, with Strike Squad on the field. Eversor Assassin himself runs off. Warboss runs off. And these Stormtroopers here, down to 4 models these days, of course. Other stats adjusted to be somewhat equal in terms of damage and stuff. And total health. They're going to go for this natural wreck point. Decap it at least. They may be able to get a full cap. Here come a bunch of Orks, though. What do we got for Gipoit? Double shooters into looters. Looters are covering the power, are they? Okay, they're moving up now. The Stormtroopers... Oh, there's a second Stormtrooper squad there. Down to 3 models at the moment, taking a few pot shots. Can you guys finish the cap? It's going to be difficult. Here comes a bunch of Daka, and they back off. They drop to model really fast there. Back down towards the southwest. Sentinel hanging out. This thing can decap points, but cannot cap them. She's just kind of looking sad at this wreck point. Inquisitor has a Holy Brazier, kicking off towards the northeast, though. The Strike Squad backing off the Warboss, who wants to have a go at him. Stormtroopers run. Looks like the red team are going to comfortably get this northeastern contested victory point back then. And probably the power. Oh, maybe not. We got some purgation up now for Eversor Assassin. Down goes the Warboss. Eversor himself had a go there, I think. And the Stormtroopers are starting to get sergeants. Gives them the ability to chuck a impact grenade. Very useful against sluggers coming in, for example. And if they can catch heretics moving in as well. Such as these fellas. Chaos Lord just hanging out. A Wah is popped by all those Orks, boosting their damage and speed. That effect increases for the amount of units that use it. Brother Captain leading the line, popping We Are the Hammer. What's he up to? He's running. Looters set up, able to get him to leave. Really well-timed kill of the week from the Chaos Lord there. Eversor trying to get onto the Looters. Now the Strike Squad trying to get in there. Impact grenade goes in. Messy fight. Purgation now show up. Have the single incendiary flamer thing now. Noise Marine showing up too. I need to back off, fellas. Purgation, yeah, I need to back off. They're okay though. I'm not sure how much DPS the other fellas do. I don't think... I imagine it's not as much as the Strike Squad guys would do with their ranged weapons. Inquisitor throws down the Holy Fire and runs. I think the single incinerator does like almost as much as all 3 would have done. Not quite, because that would be a bit nuts. Kind of like when they changed the Noise Marines in that way. Warrior Brood up for JoshSkySter. And Barb Strangler is in. What about the Ravener Alpha? Nothing yet. Chaos Lord, nothing yet. Warboss is down. Eversor has Onslaught Injectors, more charge range, and gets more speed every tier. Also melee skill up every tier. Brother Captain has the Nemesis Force Sword for a better We Are the Hammer. I think it gives you 25% damage resist when you upgrade it like that. It's pretty nuts. And plus 0.5 speed maybe. Quite nice, especially when you're in a 3v3 and you can maybe affect 3 or parts of 3 armies with that. Level 2 Brother Captain as well. He's killed a bunch of heretics, I guess. Strat Squad do have their Tomes of Titan. Nothing else up in Tier 1 by Red Crown. Quick Tier 2 into what though? 488 to 395 on the VPs. Looter's trying to cover this approach. Suppressing the Strat Squad. Chaos Lord backing off here a bit. Heretics with grenade launchers. They'll be good against these Stormtroopers. It used to be that these Stormtroopers could get grenade launchers, but they took that out many years ago now when they were first implemented. Grenade Barrage is going to miss. Makes them back off though. There's some Corn Worship for those Noise Marines. Help them get into position a bit more effectively. There's the Purge Soul on the Chaos Lord. That was painful. The new ability for the Purgation Squad, where they slow down a single entity and drain a bunch of health per second. It's quite nice. Well, not drain, remove. Damage. Eversor Assassin pops the Psychon. And then blows up. Looks like maybe hypermetabolism was up on him, perhaps. Looter's doing a lot of work, but they are eventually persuaded to leave by the Brother Captain. Yeah, you can see the vulnerable ending to hypermetabolism procking on his almost lifeless body there, the Eversor Assassin. I mean, just inject him with more stuff and I'm sure he'll get up. That's going to have to be the... Oh, I was going to say that's going to have to be what the Brother Captain was, but the Brother Captain's gone down to a Heretic Aspiring Champion. That's a good kill for that fella. Might get some attention from Khorne for that. Noise Marines pop a cacophony, trying to make their way to this power farm where they can shake apart these structures with pure Slaneshi noise. Here we go. These new Ordo Malleus generators. Fantastic work by the team there. I like when they get those little touches in. Can they get 2 down? 1 model dies. Very quickly picks up the Sonic Blaster there. I think they're going to get 2 gens. And they get 3 gens. Are they going for the node now? We've got some Khorne Worship so they can back off quickly, and they need to. The Noise Marines got very low. That was very well judged, actually, by YZ, who has queued up Armor of the Inferno for Tier 2. There's a good kill to weak. We Are the Hammer has been thrown up. Now it's gone. Is it 10 seconds? I think it's 10 seconds. Also ups the Brother Captain's personal melee DPS, of course, to 50 with this weapon upgrade. Eversor Assassin still down here. What about the southwest? Oh, DocOfAllPlagues coming to meet Josh in the mid, actually. So good Holy Pyre. Barb Strangler gets a good shot, though. This is a power melee weapon, so I assume, yeah, Inquisitor's going straight after that Warrior Brood. Warrior Brood are heavy infantry, providing a synapse to these non-synapse creatures. Ravener Alpha, still no war gear. Honestly, it might be worth grabbing Crippling Talon just to stop the Inquisitor having so much free movement like that. They do have double Termagants, though, with Crippling Poison. Didn't see it thrown up there. Maybe it was on cooldown. Strat Squad trying to take down these gens. CSM with the Tone of War. Double Heretics, one with Aspiring Champion, one with grenade launchers. That is a nasty banishment thrown out by the Strike Squad. He did get the node. Vindicare Assassin on the field for Red Crown. Sniper Infantry, big burst damage from long range, as you'd expect, and can combat all targets. Is he just going to die here, though? Got very low. We Are the Hammer probably saved him there. Warboss with a bang-bang hammer now. Terminator Librarian comes in for Eversor Assassin. Throws up the Sanctuary that bounces off these enemy infantry units, as you can see. Really good for protecting a back line, or maybe a front line once it gets into trouble, you know? Eversor wants to fight the Warboss, pops the Psychon up, increasing damage and damage resistance, but you spend health to activate that ability. And here come the Neuro Gauntlets. Or Neuro Gauntlet, he gets one of them. A very nice Lightning Claw with power melee damage. The Chaos Lord's ready to roll with a Blood Maul. Armor of the Inferno is in. There's target acquired. increasing the Vindicator Assassin's damage, I believe, and also marking targets that he shoots, so you can spot them in the fog of war and stuff. Bloodletter's up here for YZ. Power Melee Demons, big threat to the Strike Squad, especially with the Chaos Lord alongside them. There's that, the Galaxy Bernardo did one fireball there. Strike Squad going deep in, and they made it out alright. Bloodletter's phasing out of existence to get closer. There's Riyadh Hammer. Look how much stuff it's affecting there. Entire army affected. So the Terminator Librarian, I think he's got around 50 or 60 power melee DPS. I'm going to need to check that though. Maybe someone in the comments knows. How much damage does this guy do in melee? Got the Sanctuary again. And flees. Neuro Gauntlet is in. Does damage over time and power melee damage up front. And it disables special attacks. So it's all about raw DPS, not about disruption. Meanwhile, I mean, it's still kicking off here. But I can see the Western natural victory point of the red team decapped. Sluggers getting in and quickly getting out. Warp Vomit goes in. Only hit a single model. Only hit the Vindicator Assassin there. Pinpoint aiming. Warboss just kicking some Strike Squad because that's what he does. Kicking some Purgation as well. Then throws down the Stomp and runs. And then goes down. Drops his hammer. Blue team are going to hold the northeastern VP. It's a double cap. Close on VPs though, eh? What's going on down here? Looks like, was this a Bane Wolf or a Chimera? I have no idea. I think they have the same vehicle wreck, but it's gone down, whatever it was. I'm sure you guys spotted it on the roster, but I sure didn't. Here's a Zone Throat, which I'm sure helped take it down. Venom Brood there doing most of that work though. Ranged Synapse coming in to boost the Ravener Brood and the double Termagants. And Synapse Aura is already in. You can see that purple Synapse there for more damage. So they're going to be a nasty Tyranid ranged blob there. DocOfAllPlagues does have double Assault Kit Stormtroopers. It's a lot of ranged DPS. They can try and target these Synapse creatures as the Holy Fire again. Ravener Brood burrow striking to get rid of these spotters. They can help shut down the ranged blob of doom. Up in the northeast again, Chaos Lord, tried to kill the weak, I think, on the Terminator Librarian. He wasn't so weak, although may go down. Runs into some sluggers a bit haphazardly there. Impact Grenade comes in and might have actually saved that Terminator Librarian. The Zap went in, the Zap went in and kills the Librarian there. Librarian does not get away. Use your choppers thrown up on the sluggers. That's a global buff from the Warboss, boosting damage and melee skill. It's very powerful. Lasts a while too. Doesn't help them getting shot to pieces though. These guys now with the Acolyte fellas, leaders, lets them use something called Fanaticism, which gives them a couple of seconds, I think it's a second and a half, of full invulnerability, which helps them avoid nasty grenades and things like that, or plasma cannon shots or something. I don't know how good that guy is in combat though. Down goes the Ravener Alpha. Hammer of the Witches getting it done. Level 2 Inquisitor now. I imagine he's like maybe double-digit melee DPS, maybe. There's Hypermetabolism again on the Eversor Assassin, one of his globals, giving health and energy regen, but then he gets 10 seconds of, there it is, vulnerability. I think is it 30% more damage taken when he's vulnerable like this. He's going in, popping Psychon as well. Chaos Lord, missed the Sweeping Doom, I think. Hell Fury dropped in by DocOfAllPlagues. That's a nice assist. Global ability of the Inquisitor there. The Weird Boy's managed to zap himself. He's jumped now to the Brother Captain. Chaos Lord still in there. Level 2. This Blood Maul is... It's only, yes, regular melee DPS. It's a lot of it, but it's only doing regular melee damage, so... Commander Armor, I believe, has some resistance to that. Chaos Lord runs now onto the power. This guy can switch to turbo penetrator rounds to shoot the gens. Also good against large targets and stuff. But looks like he's happy to shoot the infantry. Kill the heretic, I think. Yep. Bloodletter's getting in there. Now, I think the Acolyte guy also boosts their damage a bit. Passively. Or maybe their health. I'm unsure. Things keep changing all the time. Maybe looking for the impact grenade on the sluggers as they approach. Meanwhile, someone's gone over dead. It's the Inquisitor twitching on the ground there. DocOfAllPlagues protects the VP, now making their way towards the natural of the blue team. And there's not a whole lot to defend. They've lost the double stormtroopers down here. How did that happen? I don't see their bodies anywhere. I see some bodies here, actually, yeah. Not sure. Maybe they were trying to get on the power. How did they get caught to lose all of that stuff, though? Because Josh doesn't have a way to stun them or anything. Just misjudged an engagement, I suppose. Eversor Assassin getting stuck in. Blastmaster Noise Marines get a shot to the face, though, and Chaos Lord is there to finish him off. There's that explosion on death. Doesn't knock down the Chaos Lord, though. He's a big boy. Stormtroopers have found some isolated heretics. Well, they were near some sluggers. And I'm not sure what kind of conversation they'd be having. You just saw fanaticism popped on these guys. That was that purple effect you may have seen to help dodge the Arm of the Inferno, let the galaxy burn. Oh, now we have Icon of Corn too. It's a slow hitting weapon, the Blood Maul. Pairs a little bit better, I think, with the Lightning Claws. But they're certainly still good. Here's a Vortimer Razorback for Red Crown. Another one on the way for Eversor. So they're going to need some anti-vehicle here. Gipoit getting a commando squad. They can get a rocket launcher. 318 to 240. Chaos Lord going to revive the Warboss here. Bunch of Tyranids run. They got a decap. I'm not sure what made them run. I don't know. Maybe, I was thinking maybe a Manticore strike, but there's no Manticore up. Maybe it was a nasty Hell Fury. 318 to 240. Gipoit has the commandos up. Looks like Gipoit let their shooter boys die, and YZ was confused about that. Sometimes Orc players will do that in Tier 3 to free up some population. Because you can basically just get better shootier units like commandos and flash kits in Tier 3. And freeing up population also frees up upkeep, which means more income for requisition. Fanaticism was a bit late to block the Blastmaster hit on both of those guys, I think. But they survive. Vortimer gets some good DPS in, does good damage to all targets, this thing. But it's not burst damage, it's like a constant DPS. Very quick vehicle as well. Just got electro-shocked by the Warrior Brood. That's another Hell Fury. Seems to be causing retreats with that. I don't think they needed to retreat off that. I think they were okay. The Venom Brood giving that health boost helps against that kind of thing, but didn't want to risk synapse explosions chaining off, I suppose. Inquisitor still down right in that western edge. Grab a Captain level 4, no further war. Get out with some nasty friendly fire, and that wipes the sluggers. Damn Noise Marines instead. Okay, what's DocOfAllPlagues got cooking here? It's a Baneblade, Red Crown with double Vortimers, and I guess Eversor cancelled the Vortimer, or did it go down? Oh, maybe it went down. Completely missed that. Gipoit down to 2 units now. YZ with a Land Raider Phobos on the way. That should mess up the Vortimers pretty nicely. Oh, here's the off-map Vindicare support. That's an Eversor Assassin Global, which gives you vision of all units on the map for 10 seconds or so. So it spotted those hidden commandos. And they didn't like it. Bloodletters run. Here comes the Warboss. Not much he can do though, eh? Blastmaster gets a good shot. Fanaticism was a bit late there. Blastmaster misfires. What's going on, boys? Impact grenade is a good one. Almost got a full power bash there. Widboy needs to run, I think. Does indeed run. Just used his WAR to get some energy back. And there's the Phobos. Las Cannons on the side. Sponson's really good at taking out large targets. Only 2,000 hit points though, which is kind of low for a Land Raider, so it can be vulnerable to big anti-vehicle pushes. More so than others. Dirgecaster helps out though. And it is a demon these days, so you can worship it for huge benefits. Baneblade is in. Baneblade is shooting stuff. Carnifex on the way. Now I wonder if it will be a Thornback. So try and put some forward pressure on and separate things from the ranged blob, but it might just be a Venom Cannon to try and shoot down the Baneblade. Chaos Lord on the northeastern VP. Are they fully built up this power here? Looks like they want to bash it instead of steal it. So those CS7, then we have a Shrine of Corn as well, spawning Bloodletters, and also boosting damage of YZ's units by 10%. That yellow damage buff circle you see there if they're close enough. Looks like it's affecting the Chaos Lord at decent range there. Maybe it's like 40 range or something. Inquisitor's back up, running away. Ravener Alpha, no other war gear. Ormagaunt's still in play here. The Venom Brood leveled up, yeah, level 3 Venom Brood, which makes their synapse better. Grey Knight Terminator's coming up for Eversor Assassin. Meanwhile, can be tricky to position your Phobos so that it actually fires both of the las cannon sponsors at the same target. It can be tricky. There's a conversion beamer getting shots now. Big hit there. And Paladin is in the field from Red Crown, unique to the Brother Captain. DocOfAllPlagues stuns them immediately. There's We Are the Hammer, and there is, what is that, Bulwark? Yes, there's the Bulwark going in. I believe it's 35% melee damage resistance and 15% more melee damage output. I believe that's what it's been changed to, I think. It's really nice. The Phobos has survived. Eversor using Psychon to go after the Warboss and some Bloodletters. Tearing through the Bloodletters pretty effectively, eh? And that was Bio Meltdown, I think, as well. Down goes the Eversor Assassin. Tyranno formation going in. Here comes JoshSkySter with a nasty flank and assist and rotate. DocOfAllPlagues said coming. I don't know if that means... Yeah, they are coming to help rather than an enemy is on the way. Baneblade is in a potentially awkward spot, though, arriving from this angle. Stuff could get in behind it. Triple commandos for Gipoit. And there's that Warp Vomit, a fantastic tool to have against Terminator variants because they can't retreat away. Paladin's dropping a model there. In fact, they may wipe. They're so far forward without teleport available, eh? They're not being finished off, though. There's one model there with 49 hit points. There he goes. Down he goes. Baneblade shows up. Commandos on it with their rocket launchers. Getting some good damage. Weird Boy also with plasma cannon damage type on these basic attack. Does some good anti-vehicle stuff. What is this? Stormtroopers bashing power. Fair enough. And what did they do on the Carnifex? It is indeed a Venom Cannon. Red Crown down to a single Vortimer. Paladin's gone, of course. Baneblade now under pressure, but gets rid of all of the commandos. There's an Imperial Abyss forcing the Baneblade forward. Can it get both side sponsors to fire? There we go. Kind of. Baneblade is no slouch against large targets, though itself. It does have some worship support. You can't worship a Baneblade, although I'm sure some tech priests would. Yeah, they're getting repairs and worship in. Those heretics could wipe, though. Those heretics do wipe. This is going to be a close fight. Are you guys repairing? What's going on? They are repairing. And down goes the Phobos. Some impact grenades going in and helping out, I think. Oh no, these are stormtroopers from DocOfAllPlagues. Those were actual frag grenades, which is why they did actual damage there. Commandos showing up, and they do finish off the Baneblade. So both super heavy vehicles are down. Commandos all survived it. YZ down to just 2 units now. Oh, the red team are losing 3-0-1 to 4. YZ blames Gipoit. Maybe dropping those shooters at that time. YZ thought it lowered their field presence at a vital moment kind of thing. But the triple commandos did well. What do we got here? Oh, we did have friends on at the end. Level 4 Eversor Assassin. Level 6 Brother Captain. Inquisitor level 3. Warboss got a good crunk in and is level 3. Level 5 Chaos Lord. And the Ravener Alpha level 5. There you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.